Ogres don't fly.
Muhammad Ali.
We've got
Inspirational quote of the day.
chemistry.
Are you inspired?
No.
Maybe
Ogres
Steph's
don't
inspired.
float.
Leap, son. Leap for your life.
One leap, two leap, a third leap. Oh, the blood grenade might get him anyway. Oh God, if he burns through all of his leaps just to die anyway. Tip him. Tip him. Tip him.
Nah, you don't tip Seb.
A promise of dominion.
Now, what was that voice line? He's going ham. Triple leap does not save Seb. He actually got caught on the tree. Or just misclicked or something. Didn't get three off instantly, so... little setback there for your laning phase. As Aurora once more pick up the speed, man. They cannot be stopped today. It is Q's birthday.
What they don't pick up is bounty runs.
This play, too. Really nice regen burn. And he has no stick.
Yeah, he's just going to have to morph all the way to agility and then morph back strength.
Yeah, so he will go to 0 here, eat a tango, morph back up, and he'll be 75% HP. Isn't that a great mechanic, Austin?
Super cool. Super cool. I like it.
Look at him go. Woo!
I mean, hey, at least it cost him mana to do that, right?
Yeah, it cost him 20.
Wow.
Decimation. Is it even worth using the blood grenade there? I don't think it is. I legit think it just cost you. But either way, we have got the circus in town, which means the show is in town, which means the BZM show, boys and girls.
The BZM light show.
Get your front row tickets today because you're about to see one of the greatest spectacles on earth, as I like to say. Oh boy. A man on his signature hero in a signature game in a signature league. We'll see what he can do with it because OG need a dub and they need it now. And they're battling against Aurora, who backs against the wall, found a way to win game 1 and are looking to close out this series and get on the board.
So draft-wise, what are you thinking? Is this a good Alchemist game?
It's okay. Not the worst I've seen. He's very strong when he has BKB. Nothing stops the BKB Alch other than Alacrity, Invoker, and Morphling just right-clicking you. Some Scotty later or something.
Yeah.
So if he gets far, I can see Aurora just push through with that really strong mid-game team fight. If this goes very late, though, it looks a little tough. I think Invoker, Morphling take the game over.
Sure.
Plus Mars, we've seen this hero just... I think most of these off-laners scale like a beast.
So Aurora have to end the game relatively early.
Or just build some significantly.
Sure.
Like, you don't want this to be like the Alch game we saw earlier for Arteezy, where you're struggling in the jungle and you're even net worth with the enemy carry. I don't think that's going to do it this game.
Okay, so you need to be able to either win lanes or win some of that early game rotations, which they do have Primal Beast, so I feel like when it comes to early rotations, you're always kind of favored there. That top lane seemed to be a little hard when we were watching it. Just, I mean, Shadow Demon's not the, it's not the best lane secure.
Also, why does this cosmetic set have boxing gloves and a bag of presents? Is that like anti-self lore?
It's Boxing Day.
Is that actually it?
I don't know. It's probably just mixed cosmetics.
Like, does the ogre want to deliver presents to kids? Does he want to punch them in the face? What's his plan? I don't understand.
I think he's
very confused.
In the face. It's definitely mixed cosmetics because there's no way he's got that bag of goods and he's got the Minotaur head.
I don't think this is mixed. Well, obviously the Minotaur head is mixed. The rest of it,
unless this is the weirdest version of
I haven't even
Chris
noticed
Kringle
that,
I've ever seen in my life.
Now, what is going on? This is a... We need to power creep the cosmetics back, honestly. Nobody talks about it, but they're getting out of control, man. Whatever happened to, like... What was it? First look identity?
What?
What was the word for, glance value?
Yeah, glance value.
First look identity.
First
Same thing.
look identity.
It's like something a cop would say. But glance value. What happened to glance value? You're telling me if you glance at this Alchemist, you know that's an ogre with a guy on top? There's no way.
I definitely think he's an Alchemist, but there are some egregious sets out there that make you think it's
I mean,
something.
glance values. This looks like my uncle who showed up one Christmas and never returned.
Oh no. Did he have boxing gloves on?
He did. That's why I'm confused.
Oh no.
He said he was going out for presents. He never came back. Which is coincidentally when I started writing to Gabe Newell. And he never responded. Pretty even early game here. It's the Morphling on top though, as 23 is the one suffering here, and they're gonna gank him with an
Avalanche arrow spear. Oh, bam. The arrow didn't even land because he died so quickly.
Oof. EZM gets on the board. Kill goes to him. That's juicy right there. That's what you want out of these Sunstrike setups, and they'll leave in the Morphling alone, and he's mostly chilling, which is forcing an early primal rotation to mid. Interesting idea.
Gonna work.
Yeah. Really nice.
And he even tanked the arrow for Lornoff.
Lost his career though, it's a little sad, but that's a big play. Anytime you can gank this Invoker, it feels really good to set this hero back.
Yeah, it was also during Power Rune spawning and Siege Wagon. So they got a pretty healthy amount of chip damage on the tower. They secure a Power Rune.
Stacks. So they're not losing out much in the economy because the Rubick stacking, you can't really pressure the Morph down here, so Jabs is making the most.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, he came back right to it. Oh, we got him.
Oh, Jabs showing up in this game too.
Who is this man? He's not farming it at all.
Putting the pressure on. And I mean, Q's happy because he's getting solo XP as a Rubick, which is rare. Usually you get yelled at for this. So far, it's working out for Aurora.
Seems
Alec
like
got some space.
both the supports may be getting some solo experience.
Yeah. You want high-level supports. I mean, you always do, but Rubick Shadow Demon, Aurora definitely want the extra XP here. They're lacking some early game nuke capability. And stack fails. Seb messing with it, but he might pay the price.
He is definitely going to pay the price. He'll take
creep.
One of the... Okay, they got him.
Or leaps forced out as well. He's just losing a lot of leaps this early game. A struggle.
Yeah, it kind of puts you in a position where it continues the spiral, right? You keep dying because you don't have all your leap charges. You die, you don't get as much experience. You remain low level.
Yep. Another Sunstrike kill. Arena did not get used on 23 though. So.
Somebody help out 23 here. Somebody want to TP in maybe? Oh, got his level 6. Okay, never mind. He's good.
So both these carries pretty even, but I mean, that's gotta favor OG here. A lot happier with that exchange. Got a couple Sunstrike kills, which is pushing Invoker towards his Midas. This will be a classic X-Sort Midas Invoker for the scale. That's how BZM likes it. And so far, it's just been Jabs trying to make some early rotations. These arenas have landed this game where they didn't last time.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Maybe Seb's had the roughest early game of anybody, but just farm up the jungle, so.
Why is Lornoff taking the stacks? I mean, first of all, he has an Alchemist. Second of all, he's a Kunkka, which is a really good laner.
It is efficient. You can give the mid lane to the Rubick here. Get a lot more XP across the board. Alec didn't want to rotate there that early. Depends who you want to accelerate, but Kunkka's not going to be bad in this game in terms of getting him really fat. And this is a hero we've seen historically can take a lot of stacks and do a lot with it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess his item that he's going for is the most impactful, where he's going Orchid. So I can see the argument for that, sure. Like you X somebody and then you can pull him back an Orchid, guarantee the kill. Particularly against some heroes, it could be effective. The Invoker and Morphling.
For sure against Morphling. You can push this Orchid ahead by a little bit. You get 1 or 2 extra kills because of that. Definitely worth it.
As a result, he is top net worth. Another Sunstrike kill
Radiant's
for
middle tower is
BGM.
under attack.
Yeah, it's so annoying, these Sunstrike kills. You just don't really think about the extra damage, and you're playing to bait out the spell, but there's no turnaround there. Another big kill for Whisper up here, as anyone who's come up here has just died to the arena Sunstrike. Something Aurora are gonna have to start thinking a bit more about. They're just farming up their first set of items.
Rubick's gonna get caught. Ari was laying that trap for quite some time. We'll finally get to pounce. He managed to steal Morph. He's morphing strength. Oh. Okay, he got the value out of it.
Yeah,
At least.
still good.
He is now at 1800 HP. Rubick. Lorinov comes in. Sad part here, and where the Aurora could really help is that sometimes you just run out of damage on Kunkka.
This is a really good game for the Rubick to be high HP too, because of all this nuke damage.
Yeah, for
Dire's
sure.
middle tower
We're
is
gonna
under
try and run
attack.
this one off, but no running from the demon.
You know, when you were talking about how the Mars, like the best offlaner to have.
Why? Hold on. Why is the Shadow Demon just voice lining first blood?
What? I didn't hear it. What do you
The
say?
Shadow Demon voice line. He just said first blood. Ha 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 ha.
Radiant's middle tower is
The
under
9th kill of the
attack.
game.
I don't know, man. You're bothered by the most random stuff.
All right, continue.
Cosmetics and voice lines.
Oh, Orchid
There's
reveal.
that Orchid.
Surprise!
Now the Tiny is easy to kill.
There's me taking those stacks. You can get a few more kills on this Invoker before this Midas starts to really push him up. That's what you're
Dire's
looking for
top
here.
tower
Oh,
is under
stack stealing
attack.
also nice. Like, you're pretty
Radiant's
strong right now if you're
bottom
Aurora.
tower
You
is
got this
under
2k
attack.
HP Rubick.
Dire are scanning.
Orchid Kunkka pretty much invincible on the map. Pretty good threat.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
OG just want to stabilize and farm here. Maybe look for some cheeky Sunstrikes.
Oh, got him.
I mean, he's 1800 HP.
Ari, can he get there with the Avalanche? If he gets there with the Avalanche, maybe he could toss back, but Q is just too tanky, and now Jabs is here. So Ari is dead. They're still going to fight for this one. Surprising. If they're not careful, Jabs might chase after him here. Arrow slips across because of this tornado. Now they're going to charge for instant Orchid from Lorinov. Great reaction. They can't kill the Mars right in a way, though. Aurora knocks him up in the air. Whisper does manage to hit that. Gets 3 inside the arena. The disruption, though, buys a little bit of time. Timado waveforms through. One more hit, and he'll finish off Ollie, but can't get the other heroes.
Rubick way too tanky. Gave him a lot of extra firepower in that exchange, and overall not the worst outcome for OG as the Invoker doesn't die. You get a pickup kill on the Morphling. Timado still having a tremendous game, but you gave away level 4 Spear here.
Oh,
That's a big one. There he is tanky enough to run in and just use it, and more stacking. Preparing for the Alchemist now, who's had a lot of space off this skirmishing. So Aurora recovering off that top lane, putting themselves in a solid position to go fight if they want to.
he's got Radiance very soon on Alk. There it is.
I mean, I would be calling the smoke with the spear. 1900 HP with spear at 13 minutes. You're a god.
Yeah, you might be able to like sneak the kill on Morphling or something. I mean, look at him. He's
Dire's
at 600
top tower
HP.
is under attack. Dire's structures
Some
are
telekinesis, spear, fade bolts. That's almost enough by itself. There's raindrops in the way, but if you get any help from anybody else. Lincoln's is now done though, so.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I'll make things a whole lot harder and make that Orchid a little bit.
We'll take that.
A little less easy to use.
Got him. Link on jab, so same build as last game. Again, everything points to you want to fight soon. Maybe go for this mid tier 1 or this bottom tier 1. Get a smoke backstab, open up the tower. That would feel pretty good, especially if you can start on some of OG's heroes.
Yeah.
Dire's top
Not sure I
tower
like
is under
Aurora
attack.
giving him the space right now when his Rubick's so strong. And you went these early fighting items. The Orchid Blink. Like, I'm not going
Dire's
Orchid
top
Blink to go hit more
tower is
neutrals.
Yeah, seriously. They're going back for the Wisdom Rune. Are they out of smokes? Is that
Might
maybe
be.
something that's limiting it?
But even then, just, you know, I don't know, make something happen.
Dire are scanning.
Oh, that's putting me getting a little anxious here. Just because it's Aurora, you know? I was very happy with how fast they played in game one. I don't want to watch them slip back into a slower pace. Now the smoke goes off.
Damn it, your spear timed out, man.
That is very sad.
It's a big loss.
Radiance, 2 minutes later, get a blink.
Dire's bottom
Just
tower
Alchemist.
is under attack.
Take it fine.
Dire's
They
bottom
got
tower
nothing.
Oh, you gotta jump this guy when he shows. No way you let him get away with that.
Oh, the torrent got him on the X. BCM's gonna have to do some crazy tornado work here. Wait, do they have such? They have dust. Oh, we missed! Oh, God.
Invisibility.
That was so painful.
And look what's happening here.
Oh, no.
Triple Ancient stack getting stolen by the Morphling.
How is it going so wrong for Aurora?
I don't know, man. It just feels like they're afraid to force the fight deep, but
Yeah, I mean, Lornoff just X'd himself to push in mid. They seem to have the wrong idea here that OG is trying to make some sort of move.
it's like, oh, they're gonna all TP for this Invoker. Literally nobody was TPing to help this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, Seb's TPing, but he doesn't do anything, and that he can maybe cancel the Pulverize and save him. That's the idea. They're not committing to defend him. I feel like OG are just laughing all the way to the bank right now. Like, we're just farming.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And I guess you have an Alk farming, so you can still play for this Alk's timings. Take the fights off him, get a Roshan.
Okay. Primal Beast illusions will go out there. Looking around for items here on Aurora. Are they just waiting? Looks like they're just going to wait for their BKB timings of both the Kunkka and the Primal Beast. Slam, slam, slam.
Stolen Spear again.
Whisper down to half HP with an Orchid on him. So he's dead. 1-for-1 trade-off. Looking for a little bit more. Ari got him on the spear. Stolen spear once again. Whisper not doing a great job of protecting that, apparently.
And I mean, there we see how strong Aurora are in that fight.
Dire's
The
bottom
Morphling does not
tower
want to
is
join
under
these
attack.
yet. They're just going to roll any sort of conflict like that, at least until the Mars has BKB maybe. Even then, a lot of HP to burn through.
Man, Timado is just farming the hell out of the side of the
Yeah,
map.
he is.
He's not that far behind the Alchemist.
He has infested this enemy ancient area and gotten insane value out of it. Taking this tier 1, look at where the wards are. They're scouting for him.
Okay, they
Little
broke the
flank
link and Jabs can grab him. Now, it's going to take a lot to kill him because obviously he's morphing strength.
You whipped
Nice
him.
pushback.
Do you like whips, Austin? Oh, X dodge. And he's out.
Got another
Radiant's
BKB.
bottom tower is under attack.
What are you laughing at me?
I'm laughing at you.
Dire's
Laughing
top
at
tower
Aurora.
is
You
under
still haven't
attack.
answered mine. Whatever. BKB for Lornoff
wanna
means
know.
you can force these. You can force these engagements a lot more aggressively. And this is the big timing that I think is scary for OG. The Alf BKB, what can you get done during this window where I feel like 23 is invincible? You have a lot of saves and interrupts that can go through. You have disruption, you have this pulverized boat rum on top of it. there's no way you can just sit there and right-click this Alch down.
Radiant's
So
bottom tower is under attack.
time to get something done in this interval.
Is under attack.
Where OG are going to get to their second, third items on the Morphling Invoker, and they should be a lot happier in this game.
Under attack.
They're going to collect on both these tier 1s. They can.
Whisper's setting up. They actually want to fight. I'm a little bit surprised. Guess he's got his own BKB. Nice pulverized spear. And still Ghost Walks.
Not bad either.
I guess spear was maybe
it's timing out.
Timing out. Okay, that's fair.
I mean, Ghost Walk is not bad on that hero. Though I think he got the mega slow version because there's no Wex points. Kind of sucks.
Middle tower
yeah.
is under attack.
Well, Shield Rune, they could take up these towers pretty easily. To finally take that mid-tier 1 tower.
He trapped himself.
He did. He got stuck in the trees.
Can we go to the Alchemist, please? This is very embarrassing. We need to show this on camera. Cut himself out.
Radiant's middle tower
Learned
is
how to
under
use
attack.
Quelling Blade. I felt like that took a while.
Take us.
Q is found, but a reminder that he's very tanky. Arrow slips on by, it doesn't hit him. Ghostwalk is still there. Okay, they got him on the God's Rebuke. Still though, cast a lot of spells, just hit that one. Nice double concoction here. The swing comes in from Lornoff, not enough to finish off Steph. You're gonna back away, playing around this tier 1 tower. BKB straight to the X. They caught BCM again.
Detection.
Do they have detection? They've got him with the Orchid, with the detection. He's dead. Jap's gonna bump over and catch Ari as well. I mean, they're just so much stronger than them right now. It's so clear.
The BKBs are way too powerful. You just have nothing to throw into it. You had a cheeky pick off there. But that's about it.
A chickpea pickoff.
And it's on this Rubick who takes so damn long to kill because your lineup's just so spell heavy at this point in the game, and he's morphed up. No easy targets at all. And Aurora taking full advantage of it. Once more, this is the very difficult part of this game for OG.
They could take second Tormentor as well. They got good supports to be able to take advantage of this. I mean, they just clean Taos. They just pop BKBs. Nothing OG can do to fight back.
And a great fight for 23. He gets 2 on the stun in the initial go, and then he cleans up the Invoker with some Radiance Burn and finishes off the Morph himself on the backside of that fight.
Yeah.
Everything you can want. And they'll get both Tormentors here. That feels good.
Doesn't feel so good that you got the shard for Primal Beast, but whatever.
The prize is mine.
I mean, that shard's not the worst.
Isn't it though? I would say it's bottom 20%.
But it's a rock. That's cool.
I must have them all.
Oh, you don't like throwing rocks? You've never just gone and picked up a rock and thrown it?
I like skipping rocks.
Yeah. Do that with your friends when you're young? Throw rocks at each other? You ever did that?
Dyer's middle tower.
No,
Classic.
I had a rock thrown at me by an older kid and it hit me in the lower back.
That's just a crime. I'm talking about good old-fashioned rock wars.
Remember, they looked at my spine and it's a little this goes a little bit to the left.
This is not a true story.
Why do you not believe any of my stories? They're not that outlandish.
You literally told me your family owned a camel that
Yes.
ran a lawnmower.
No, I did not.
Makes
say
no sense. Run down here, get another freebie. AC done for the Alch. He is prime Alchemist land. And Ag's done for, oh my, these cores are so big. This team fight is just nasty from Aurora right now.
Yeah.
I don't think you're winning this 5-on-5. You have to split this map. Maybe go for some Sunstrike pickoffs on an arena catch or a tiny combo, but I think the 5-on-5 is off the table. And I don't know when it really comes back. I mean, just with the late game Invoker, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's always going to be that you have to kite out the BKBs, right? There's no part of the game where you're really going to feel that good about the fight when BKBs are used by Aurora. Oh, Mila got him on the top. Oh, the arrow lands, and he stuns himself as a result of it. Couldn't get off fast enough. He's going to be chained into the spear as a result. He gets off the BKB, but he's low. Timado commits.
There's no ult.
And he gets the kill. They jumped in without chemical range, stunned himself. Oh, this is just so bad for Aurora. Ollie! Tornado doesn't reach out, but they can get them all the same. The rock!
Yeah, that's a way to lose a fight. Maybe a little unlucky for 23. Blinked at the end of that stun, but doesn't have an ult to use there. It's wearing out. Go in, you don't BKB, you stun yourself. I mean, that is handing 20k net worth on a silver platter here to OG. A hero that had no business killing at this point in the game. Absolutely none. Jabs is just throwing rocks in frustration.
You know what I don't like the rock? Because I don't think it's synergized with his kit as all. They just literally just ripped it from Aghanim's Labyrinth.
But that's where the heroes
threw it on there.
Invisibility.
The whole hero's ripped from Ag's Labyrinth.
Yeah, but the point is they could have made the rock synergistic with his kit in some different way, but they're just literally like, well, he throws a rock at Ag's Lab, so he's going to throw a rock at his one of his abilities.
Okay, what is wrong with this?
Doesn't fit his kit as a hero.
You know what he should throw? He should throw that. The ankle weight. Whatever that thing's called.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire
Whatever, man. Roshan's gonna die.
Now a bit more. That's what you're saying.
No,
Dire's structures are fortified.
that's not what I'm saying. What are you gonna? You use the rock. You go rock into
You throw the rock. Yeah, you throw the rock.
No,
the guy
it
gets
doesn't
stuck.
actually
You
stun
charge
long
him.
enough to do that.
Maybe not for you.
And most of the time, you're on top of heroes. There's a minimum range to it, so you can't really use it there.
Yeah, that's the part I actually. You should be able to throw the rock straight up.
With just like a delayed effect. Okay,
It just comes
with
down.
that. Sure.
Radiant's top tower
And it can hit
is under
allies.
attack.
Yeah, you can hit yourself too.
Yeah.
All right, big wraparound, not even a smoke from OG. Into the Aegis on the Alch. This is a tough fight.
Radiant's
Arrow,
top
arrow
tower
Gets
is
a little bit of
falling.
vision. Whisper and Ari.
They want to find the backline. They want to find the Shadow
Radiant's
Demon.
top tower
Yeah,
is
they want to
under
hero
attack.
somebody.
Dire's
I mean, if
middle
you're
tower is
Aurora,
under
though,
attack.
I don't think you have to chase this. Well, they know they're getting out. I feel like you just push here, though. Make OG come to you on the map.
Yeah, instead of hunting, and this is just buying time for Morphling.
Because you're getting Forge Spirits pushing in mid, Invoker's getting the farm, and he is going to out-farm you on the map while you're chasing people around, which is what OG want right now. They just want more items on the Morph and the Invoker. They want to get Timado to the point where he can BKB sit there with Alacrity and man fight these cores, and you can get there. Deity Rune in his back pocket right now as well. Ready for the next fight. Going that Conda. I still think Scotty would be pretty nice from this game, but we haven't seen a lot of Scotty.
Radiant
It's not the
are scared.
best damage item.
Dire's bottom
28-minute
tower is
Wisdom
under
Rune.
attack.
PZM's going to take it away. Jabs.
Gave it up.
I don't really blame him too much just because he is closing in on Aghanim Scepter, which is pretty massive.
Yeah,
Shame if he died.
once you get those uproar procs, just combo so nicely with the rock throw, it's hard not to go for it.
$8,000 net worth lead, 16-9, Aurora. Sitting in a pretty decent spot, but this is an Alchemist lead, so maybe cut that net worth in like half, and you got a more realistic projection of what they're sitting at right now. Nice pick here of the Mirana if they have the vision for it. They do. Jabs is carrying dust on him. Good for you,
Dire's
Jabs.
top tower is under attack.
Detection's been on point for Aurora this game.
Yeah, it has.
Is under
It's a
attack.
small thing, but it means a lot
Radiant's
for a lot of these
structures
kills.
are fortified.
The rat
Dire's top
begins.
tower is falling.
Tomato is almost at his like scary point. Oh, nice catch.
Got him.
Once he gets the Conda, like the blink instant or near instant stuns of
Radiant's
Tiny
bottom
and
tower
Mars.
Give him avalanche too.
Dire's top tower.
Yeah,
Big
is
spell
under
to give
attack.
away here. Really big spell. And I like that they only committed the supports here. They're gonna keep heroes out on the map, keep the lanes going in. Don't want to get out farmed during your own Aegis period where you're stronger.
Shadow Demon now has Blink Dagger, so he can sit even farther in the back. And there is so much single target of OG. This disruption save could be a very big factor in upcoming team fights.
Or if you somehow get disruption for Morphling illusions, pretty deadly.
Yeah.
I don't think you really want to look for it this game though.
Yeah, I mean, he has Lincolns.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot better as just a save.
We'll see. Sometimes it just makes sense. In this game, I think this is mainly 99% you're using it on whoever's getting stunned on the go from OG. Prevent that chain stun with the arrow, avalanche, spear between those three. Might also just randomly dodge that stun strike that goes through on that stun target. It's a very annoying spell for OG to go into. And I feel like a lot of their fight revolves around Mirana ulti getting some vision on the backline and somebody is jumping the Shadow Demon. That's ideal. Satanic for Whisper, by the way. He's pretty beefy, honestly, for his net worth.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
23 using the last bits of this Aegis to take some remaining objectives. The mid tier 2, the top tier 2. They can go second Tormentor, enemy Tormentor as well.
Nobody wants to fight this Minotaur boxing Santa head on. He will get a basher.
Oh, there goes his Conda.
That is a lot of missing net worth. A lot. I mean, did you just go high ground with this? You have 10 seconds on this Aegis, though. That's the downside here. But you still have Stolen Avalanche. They're going to look to catch Rainbow TPs.
Dire's bottom tower.
Got him on the high ground. It's the Tiny. Anybody else? Jabs is hunting. He is getting close to some heroes. Gets cold snapped a little bit. Turn around arrow. Throw a rock at him.
Throw the rock.
Dire's
Wait,
bottom
Blink
tower
rock?
is under attack.
Except narrowly gets out of there. Saw his light flash before his eyes.
It's another time, though, that Aurora give up some map control. I feel like anytime they go back, it feels bad, right? I mean, they now as a result, they get the Tormentor on OG. Not that it's a great charge. Kind of whatever for Tiny, but
Yeah, not doing much in this situation.
you would love the free shard on the Kunkka, who is the next possible one alongside the Rubick.
Both would be good here. Rubick Shard's not bad this game either.
Yeah.
Another displacement save against a lot of single target chain stun. Bloodstone completed here. Kunkka is fully online. Aurora playing for the next Roshan. I feel like they didn't want to force it too riskily with that Aegis. I can kind of agree with that. But you are giving some decent time to this Invoker. He's slowly climbing the ranks. See what that high ground defense looks like when it comes to it. So far, BZM's been ratting. He's also invested a decent amount of that net worth in the rat. Bots, Blink, Midas. You know, he really only has 2 items if it comes to a full-on fight. The spells are going to have to do some work here, which means kiting out those BKBs. Trade BKBs between your front line, their front line, and then let Invoker win the backside of the fight. Which means you need to survive. And you cannot get jumped on Carl here. It'll be very sad.
Well, the Condit's going to be back for Timado before the next fight. Maybe Aurora's just really content with their late game possibilities.
It's a strong late game tricore. A lot of HP to get through, a lot of sustained spell damage between the Primal and the Kunkka.
I mean, if he gets far enough ahead, starts handing out Aghanim Scepters to all of these heroes.
Now you're talking.
I don't know what they replace those Aghanims with, item slot-wise.
Both these support Ags are good this game, too.
Yeah, for sure.
You're going to prioritize cores, but if it really comes to it, old jump, He will not stun
Got off the unstable concoction. Barely. Arrow almost hit.
Oh, we got... What the hell even was that?
Yeah, how did he jump down there? It wasn't tossed, right? Either way, try to grab Timado. Actually, he managed to get him with the pulverize for a second. That leads into the abyssal. Now the concoction's gonna land. Lincolns breaks that one. Back to Whisper. They say, okay, whatever. The Morphling, hard kill. Let's deal with Whisper instead. Can he get the bash?
The rock.
The rock is not gonna land yet again. Oh, spear
Damage.
chasing after the Alchemist. BKB's wearing thin. This is what OG needed to be able to kite it out.
Timado just went ham there. This Kunkka doesn't really have the armor.
Is under attack.
No Shivas in this lineup, so
Dire's middle tower.
yeah,
has
he has
fallen.
16. Maybe you buff it a little bit with the AC, but again, Alacrity Morphling goes in there. He's just chunking people. Lotto on his signature hero, showing that perhaps he is actually the best Morphling player in the world.
I think you... In order to be the best, you got to beat the best. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Jabs, has he hit a hero with that rock? He hasn't, right?
Yeah, he's got
So
one.
it's effectively been a complete negative for him. He is throwing away mana and attack time in order to use this ability.
No, I wouldn't say that. He is going to Scotty. And I like that.
Literally what's happening.
Are scanning.
Yeah, we saw the Hex for the Invoker. And OG are...
Oh, they can't afford to give up this room.
Double
They're going to
hex.
smoke across.
Those hexes are nasty. If you do not pop BKBs on Aurora, you are going to get screwed.
Yeah, I mean, there's still the save of the Shadow Demon. Oh, he's going to have to be really on point here. Jabs leading the charge, blinking forward. Not quite finding the initiation. Went the wrong way here.
They don't want to just jump 23 when that Shadow Demon's behind. Gotti flown in 3 huge items.
Stolen arrow. That's going to be dangerous. They thought it was going to land. Concoction now. Self-explosion. No, disrupted. Going to come back. Maybe have to pop his BKB. Oh, he rips through that tiny pretty easily. But oh, look at that. Whisper caught the 2 supports in the back lines. Perfect. Immediate buyback from Ollie. But Timado claims the life of the Rubick as well. And that one doesn't have buyback. Pulverize grabs the Morphling midway through his BKB, but they don't really have the damage to threaten him. Look at him. He's just morphing his strength. Maybe the Orchid actually tossed up in the air. Is that going to cut him down? No saves whatsoever from OG. They bring down Timado.
23 just runs into Carl here and slays him. No turnaround potential. He also held on to his BKB for a decent amount of time. The arrows from Seb were getting blocked. I think one got blocked by the Shadow Demon disruption illusion.
Yes, it did. Yeah.
So pretty obnoxious for him, and Aurora come out with a huge team fight win just off the back of the 3 strength cores here. Timado did not want to target 23. They did a decent job finding the Shadow Demon, but unable to stand his ground as the team around him just collapses in the meantime.
Yeah, you could definitely say Whisper did his job, right?
Roshan has fallen to the jungle.
Gave an Ags to Jabs, it looks like. Yeah.
Primal Beast.
That's some good value right there.
So now he can like just immediately snap to the Shivas.
Heads up item purchase too, because he took the Aegis, so he's capped on slots anyway.
Yeah, good point.
Feels like his items are good enough for now. He's going to buff up the team. A lot of extra value for Jabs there.
I mean, that Shivas increases their damage so much.
Yeah, that was a really big item too.
So they've got that. That'll buff up the Primal Beast damage as well as the Kunkka damage by a lot.
I'm surprised BCM got caught like that. Maybe just not expecting this abyssal, but
yeah, I didn't even see the...
He just walked up to an abyssal and he just killed him. Foker got pretty much nothing off in that fight.
Dire's bottom tower.
Just gonna have to keep his distance. Again, you're playing to wait out these BKBs unless Timado is killing an enemy in a BKB, or you get the Hex initiation. probably the better route OG are looking for. Off this, you Moonlight Shadow in, you find some Hex targets, let Whisper take care of the Shadow Demon with the secondary Hex or the Arena. And if you just stay close together as Aurora, protect your Shadow Demon. Make sure you have detection. Make that a little bit difficult.
Ornoff being very disciplined.
Radiant's top
They were
tower
looking for
is
that
under
pick
attack.
off bottom lane, OG was, but Ornoff doesn't give them the opportunity.
The rock lands.
Landed the rock for the first time in this game. Oh, that damage. You can see what that kind of Morphling does. Unfortunately, BKB defeats it all and allows him just to be able to beat up the Mars. That's going to be a gem dropped on the deck. He starts working on that tier 3. Still has Aegis for another 3 minutes too, so they can play this slow if they want to. Break the Lincolns on the Morphling. They're going to go for the Kunkka. Where's the save? Oh, barely got it in time. 23 meanwhile, though, he needs a save. They still have the Aegis. Warnoff trying to get his BKB Bloodstone off, but it's not good enough. Doesn't get the heal in time, while the first life of the Alchemist is down. Japs in the mix, though, popping his BKB, trying to trample over some of these heroes. Timado, though, is doing some serious single target damage to this Alchemist. Look at that spread, though, damage from Japs. Unfortunately, it's not enough to actually finish anybody off, and thanks to the Satanic Whisper heals up to full. Timado just keeps morphing strength, so he's not in any danger, and they'll work down these strength heroes.
Really nice initiation there off the Hex into the arrow. Sunstrike Meteor, just blow up that first target. And then it gives you so much space to work with in this fight with your BKBs going in, trading out, taking down the Kunkka. That's the target Timado wants because it's the one he can bring down the fastest. Clutch Disruption to stall it out, but you're just locked in there against buybacks in a high ground fight where DCM gets to play the distance game. And the second you're not on this Invoker, Jabs look for him, didn't get him, that fight becomes very difficult. A tough high ground go for Aurora. It gets botched, and I don't know what that means, but it might mean get away from me.
One note is that Morphling did get the Ancient Guardian, so when they're pushing into that, just this kind of flat damage buff to the Morphling is really good returns.
He hits extremely hard with Alacrity. This Conda does a lot of damage, and he gets level 25 as well. He's stacked. He's hitting that late game with this Invoker Morphling, which is what they wanted to get to.
Trying to get the initiation. Timado shrugs it off easily. Took a lane, they'll call it at that.
The first barracks were taken by OG this game. Something has gone wrong for this Alchemist lineup, I can tell you that much.
I could feel this coming for Aurora.
I didn't think it was possible.
Just had that bad feeling that they were just going to let this go on too long. The Morphling, he comes online. I mean, you started the game saying you felt better late game about the Parasma Invoker. He's coming in on 25. I mean, you just hit 25 on the Kunkka, but I don't think Ghost Ship Fleet really compares to what OG got going on, you know?
You can always win late game with Invoker. There's a universal truth of Dota. It will be till the end of time.
Oh, that's a big pickup. Timeless Relic. Big boost of damage. Mr. Jabs.
I just want to see Bloodstone Invoker one time in one of these late games.
Hold for my chest.
The AoE meteors.
Yeah, just get them big meteors going, you know?
Like when you could triple meteor drop on somebody with Bloodstone and all of them hit.
Yeah. Just suck them all with that EMP. Bring them all in together and drop them big meteors on them.
You have a way with words.
Pressure for the Mars. We've seen this before. Saw it earlier today.
Let's see if Whisper can style as well as collapsed it.
These fights do not look nearly as easy for Aurora as they did 15 minutes ago.
Well, Well, we got another 2 minutes until Roshan may spawn, but OG, if they find the right pickoff, cannot wait for that. Seb's leaping forward, trying to find something.
Got a hex on Lornoff, and he got arrow.
He ran into the arrow.
Needs help.
They do. Okay, the tornado kind of helped him there a little bit. Immediately managed to get the pulverize on a blink in from Whisper. Arena inside. They're all going to focus him down here. Once the BKBs wear out, are OG going to be able to fight this at all? That's a dieback, by the way, from the Mars. Yeah, he's out catching extra heroes here. They're going to turn back in for Lornoff, but he protects himself pretty easily. Jabs. He doesn't want to toy with Timado. They need to wait for their Alchemist. Their Alchemist is currently trying to work on catching the backline heroes on Sable Concoction. That's going to be a win. Wait for him on through. Orchid, and she's going to bash. Important there as well. Disruption being used on the Alchemist. Maybe not what he wanted there. This tight away pushes back some of the heroes. Wait for him going for Jabs. Jabs got low. He's stuck inside the ice wall right now. 23's trying to move through. Oh, yeah. Got hit by a tornado right before his blink was back up too. Rock, that's going to actually hit the Morphling for once, but it just baits Jabs into getting himself killed. 23 minutes to land a bash onto Timado, but cannot keep it going. Unstable Concoction's going to bleed into the Tiny instead as they chase after some of these other heroes. They get the gem back into their hands. Oh, man. Looks like Q tried to chase by himself, and Timado just turns around, one-shots him real quick.
23 just can't find anything else at the end of that. But damn, did he do some work without an ult there? He's just doing it the hard way, walking up and punching people in the face with a basher. Sometimes that's enough to get the job done. A reach of an initiation for OG. Running up that hill. First contact on that Primal Beast, not the target you want to go on. He's extremely tanky.
Does he have BKB? He does. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
just threw it away.
Very heads-up play by OG, though, to look for that.
Nobody's faster than Seb. I'm not talking mechanical abilities and like quick reactions, blink dagger and stuff. I'm talking about tipping when somebody screws up late game. Nobody's faster than Seb at seeing that opening and immediately trying to take advantage of it.
Every little bit counts here. I think you want a team fight, but no, it gets ripped away. As the Morphling and Invoker are still the name of the game here, and those are the two that Aurora could not find. They get a Mars dieback, but they can't do anything with it. Invoker's just kiting out these heroes. Makes the long fight really difficult. And look at this build from 23. He took the move speed talent. He went a late S and K. Or S and Y, sorry. Which means he has pretty fast move speed without needing a boot slot.
Yeah.
Interesting idea.
They have the Aghanim Scepter on Q and now the Shard on Rubick. So that'll kind of help them get out of that ice wall that was tormenting him in that last team fight. Got the 2x passive effect, so the right clicks of the Invoker are really going to start kicking in with this Parasma too.
He hits really hard. Still holding on to that Gropo, of course.
Of course.
Smoke down the lane for Aurora. Trying to get some sort of position for this Roshan. Who has buyback in this game right now? Very few heroes, honestly.
Rock exploring.
Allies disappear.
Actually hits BCM, procs his neutral item. 23, they're gonna go for it. And they got him. 100 on the Invoker, he's dead.
Catch.
What a commitment from Aurora.
He has no buy, by the way. He is short on gold.
Man.
They don't know that, though. It's very close here.
Yeah, they don't want to just barrel into these heroes and get caught.
Damn, what a find.
My eyes closed.
That is the best target to start on every time. You remove the buffs from the Morphling, you remove the kiting ability on these cores.
Are scanning.
This game is coming down to the wire.
Roshan's up. Aurora need to take advantage, even if they think that this Invoker has buyback. They need to force it out of him.
There's creeps in their base too. Something to think about. you gotta force this Roche, right?
Yeah.
Invoker dead for 50. Your Alcult is coming back up, so you're waiting for that. It's another Ags.
I feel like if I know OG, Seb's making a call of how they can take this fight 4 versus 5.
Just thinking about it. But honestly,
Don't have Timado, so there's no way, right?
It's hard. Maybe you go for a steal here, but a straight up fight without Invoker sounds impossible. And they're just getting out.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing to do here. So another Ag Scepter. And give it to the Kunkka and he can get some refunded gold.
Roshan has fallen to the dark.
You can give it to one of the supports and it'll go to Q. Not a bad one in this game. There's a lot of good spells to steal. He's extremely tanky and he's not really a big priority for OG. Like, they're not looking to find this Rubick in the fight, so
Yeah.
he's been having his way.
Dire's middle tower has
Can go on this Kunkka, managed to get the BKB out of him. Here comes the Ghost Ship fleet. Stuck under the X. Is his zone BKB, so he's going to be okay for now. Timato's coming in. He's going to wait for forwards on. BCM has found an opening onto the Shadow Demon. Meanwhile, Jabs, he gets the grab, pulverized, and slams the Murata 100-0. 23 is going to challenge Timado, but he has his shield room, so maybe this isn't the best time. Oh, Timado does some serious damage when he starts hitting. But he gets unstarved. Heaven's Halberd, now he's going to be stunned again inside of the title pool. He's just getting up, knocked up and down, bashed up all around it. Can they get him one more time? Hit by the onslaught, and he's finally dead. Nobody will get there to help him out.
Will not commit it. A mana from Timado goes horribly wrong, and they might
They have the sentries from the Roshan pit. And they get BCM on the edge.
The Rock delivers swift justice here. And the tip to Seb. Lornoff feeling the momentum has shifted once more in this game, back and forth. Big lifts from Q in these fights. And some big stuns from 23 as he just prevents that Morphling from waveforming back out. They kited out that alacrity duration and then we're able to go back in. That's a big factor as well. Also, that level 25 talent from Jabs made a big difference in this game.
Radiant's top tower.
Locking these heroes down for so long. We're going to start to face up at least the first for Aurora. Game may have not gone exactly to plan, but they're getting there eventually.
OG, they certainly don't use their buyback, but they got the arrow. Didn't go for the toss back. Disruption saved. Is there for the spear. Immediately followed it. Does not allow him to get off the BKB. He's stuck inside. He's controlled them for so long. He's not going to have a chance to get off that BKB. No chance to get that heal start going. BCM's going to look for more. It's going to be Lornoff. Lornoff slowed down to a crawl, trying to protect himself. But boy, buyback fast. A buyback immediately. They're going to try and fight around their second life because they got BCM Invoker. The Pulverize is going to work. They have more stuns off of it. Whisper coming in with another arena. Managed to save out the Invoker. Now they're kiting back Jabs. The 23 is back into play here. But Timado is getting some serious damage. Nice disruption timing there from Ollie. 23 now gets his chemical rage. If you're gonna make use of these buybacks, you want to get something out of it, but they're not going to.
They do trade out though, right? They got Morphling and Invoker buyback there. Just so much spell damage going through, honestly. It's like barely hard to notice they died in a way because 23 had nothing to do with it. Did get the Lornoff buyback at the very end as well, so both teams committing their 1 and 2 here.
I mean, somehow they went in with the advantage and walked away. Now they actually walk away with the disadvantage. They have 3 heroes that will not have buyback compared to OG's 2. Refresher for Jabs. He's going to blink in, pulverize, onslaught, refresh, pulverize, onslaught. I mean, that's 10 seconds of disable.
He's the biggest problem in these fights for OG, honestly. It's not this Alk or Kunkka, it's this primal beast. The lockdown lasts for so long, it's disrupting everybody in a huge AoE. He's dealing a crap ton of damage, and I feel like he's the one target that Timado does not feel confident manning up against, because if he gets that uproar off, he has Halberd and Chivas on top of it. He might be the tankiest of all of them. Just so much armor to try and get through, so much HP. And that is an Ag Scepter on the Shadow Demon, so Aurora have 5 Ag Scepter heroes technically. Refresher for the Alchemist. Yeah, why not? Gotta get more BKB charges.
Yeah, I mean, these fights are lasting long enough that he is oftentimes running out of his chemical rage.
There's an Ag's Tiny.
Swifter than ever.
You can throw in some extra damage.
Yeah, one of those things where it's like, okay, you get the Ags, that's great and all, but you really need one damage item before it starts looking real useful.
Oh, Wind Waker for Q. That's big. Gives him another safe bailout on these cores that are getting chain stunned. Because that fight, it was a good disruption on 23, but he got stunned out of it and then just chain stunned by Refresh Double Spear.
Yeah.
If you have another Wind Waker there, you might be able to bail him out again. And Refresher's just flowing in for everybody in this ultra late game, pushing towards the 60-minute mark as well. It's 5 minutes away.
It's pretty easy to use for him as well. He's got such long cast range. It's a Blink Aether Lens Rubick. Lacoste. 5 minutes until we get 60-minute items. Did not imagine that Aurora would be on even ground this late into the game against this OG lineup, but they are surprising me. These heroes are still able to push through against this Morphling that sometimes, man, this Morphling is just looking like he could just take 3 seconds at most to kill any hero on Aurora.
In other fights, he's gone in and just gotten CC'd 100-0.
Yeah.
It goes both ways here. There's a lot of stuns on the side of Aurora. And there's some BKB piercing stuns as well.
Dire are scanning.
Right now, it's OG pushing out a little bit more. But I don't think Aurora really losing anything. Most of their heroes are capped and thinking about next Roche. We're just finding some sort of pick off on the map.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
boy. As soon as somebody shows grab that amp damage, and because the waveform cooldown, the Morphling's gonna get there very quickly. They bottle it even better.
You have learned.
They buy a bottle and fly it out just for that.
Yeah.
That is very smart.
Still the smoke as well. These fights are a lot about the vision, though. Want vision to get the hexes, vision to get these jump stuns.
He's got 386 base damage. It's so disgusting when he pops amp damage.
Throwing Alacrity on top of it, and wave swarms through.
Yeah, he's gonna be hitting for like 1,000 damage a hit.
Yeah, it's disgusting. And then you have this Conda hit on top of it, right? Refresh, do it again.
Yeah.
He will insta-kill anybody in this game if he wants to commit everything. Absolutely gonna disappear. In a turn of irony, Ollie might be the most defensively set against it because he has a single Aeon disc.
Yeah.
Which is quite good here. There's no dispel. This rune is going to wear out.
Yeah, surely you want to try and make use of it. He just showed.
Yeah, but do you want to take an aggressive fight in an enemy base with buybacks on cooldown? I mean, OG have had some throws this event.
It's true.
You do not want to go back down that road.
Roshan just spawned too, so might as well head out. Looks like he sent his courier out to the enemy shop to try and get around. See if he gets the Aghanim Scepter. He couldn't actually buy it out yet anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. The courier died, but...
And this is where Moonlight Shadow is a hell of a spell.
Oh, yeah.
Late game team fights posturing for vision.
That should help.
3 extra smoke.
Are scanning.
60-minute clock is a ticking. Minute and a half.
3.
What is this?
Delayed scythe. Got the chemical rage up.
He got fogged on the tree, I think. No harm, no foul. We'll back it up. Did look funny, though. No smoke. No Moonlight Shadow for this fight. If it hits, Midas for Lornoff to get those tier 5 neutral items as fast as possible.
Yeah, I mean, when you have limited camps to be able to farm, which may be the case, the way that OG is controlling the map right now.
They're just going to Roche. It is back up. So smart smoke. They find the fight. Their buybacks are coming off cooldown. And if not, they're just going to take Roche on here. Use the defensive mindset from Aurora right now. This is another Aghanim's Roche. And they have a bunch of stuff they're missing here. So it'll go to BZM. That's a free Cataclysm. Pump his net worth up.
Yeah, combined with the passive effects, if he's on Exort and he's getting all this spell lamp, it's double, Cataclysm on one of those heroes, or even more. Spooky.
Those things hit hard.
Okay, they are already set up on Aurora to immediately farm some camps. See how many 60-minute items or tier 5s they get. Got 1, 2 immediately off the Ancients. Pretty lucky. Very favorable RNG.
Mirror Shield and Giant Alchemist, baby. Oh, yeah. Look at that stack of presents, boy. He coming for you.
Somebody has been very good this year.
Please click on the Alchemist, please.
Please. So that also helps with this movement speed problem, right?
Please click on the Alchemist, please.
Why won't they show the Alchemist? Mirror shields. Definitely help if you end up walking back some of that adaptive strike. I guess it doesn't stop the... cut.
Look at that boy! Whew. God damn.
He's actually bigger than the Primal Beast for once.
Now that right there is a final boss. I don't even think that neutral item's that good, but it looks damn cool. That's what counts.
It's got nerfed so many times now.
Actually, the move speed's nice from this game because he isn't utilizing that boot slot, but he has high MS kind of, so it pushes him up to 500 MS.
Yeah.
During his ult. That's really nice on a late game right-click carry. He's trying not to get kited. Second Giant's Ring.
Man, you are really good at saying what I said a minute later, but taking twice as long to say it,
It's because people listen to me and they don't listen to you, so we need to make sure it's heard.
Final bit of tier 5s. This Force Boots makes Primal be so fast. He's going to be trampling along.
Arcanist armor for Seb. So they have 3 pirate hats, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I would expect. I feel like this is always the
a lot of gold.
This is always the best option if you're in a game that feels like a stalemate.
I mean, the thing is, the 3 heroes with pirate hat, Tiny, Morphling, Invoker, are all great with the attack speed.
True.
That attack speed on this Tiny. He has Ag's Daedalus, by the way, on this support Tiny. So that attack speed is not insignificant here.
Oh, half health gone in a hit. Disruption, but he's been pulled out of position. Now he gets off the BKB, Chemical Rage, and thanks to the Giant's Ring, he can run up the cliff, but they got something out of him without having to really use anything on the side of OG.
Tri-arrow. It's gonna stun somebody in these late game fights.
Middle barracks are under attack.
A shield rune, Timado. Whole bunch of extra HP. And with the scythe, bump him around a little bit. They're just trying to stall him as much as possible while Lornoff gets the top lane pushed in.
He's morphing.
Pulverize. Okay, the chain stun. Start beginning. Got him on the X. Pull him back in.
Trees hit nothing.
He's just got so much HP, and he has an Aegis too, so... Still, though, the top lane pushed in long enough that they have to back off, correct that, and Timado is going to be losing his Aegis in a minute.
I just want to see Giant Mars fight Giant Alchemist. This is all I am here for right now.
Godzilla versus King Kong.
That is right. A true clash of the Titans.
Oh, the arrow got him. At least it has disruption. They go for spear.
God on God.
Wind Waker being used. Pulverized field to grab the Mars. Lano's a little bit low here. He starts life feeling up a bit. He gets hit by the torrent. There goes that Aegis, who's just about to expire. This with half meteor coming through inside of the arena. The BKBs are wearing out. They need to get outside of the pit. They go back into the Mars. That's not a King Kong versus Godzilla. That's a 3 versus 1. While Timado was looking for the supports, but he couldn't get him. Arrows lights on through. Doesn't get anything. They're focusing on the Morphling right now, trying to finish him off. The onslaught chaining stun with the bashes as well. Mars back into the play though, and Jab's been taken down. The Alchemist losing his life. Disruption goes out. More torrents. Another Tideway trying to buy more and more time for 23 to get back, but he's being pulled. Arrow lands. He won't be going anywhere. Another grab onto Lorna for Wind Waker over to the side. He's spotted. Tries to go for a TP.
No way.
No way. He just did that. Unbelievable move. Meanwhile, the Tiny's going to die on the side. He does have a buyback here. Jab's going to chase after him. Looking for more. Side device going off. Turning back onto half HP. Force moves away. Gets back. Resets. Chemical Rage looking for. That's going to be a dieback. Stolen. Oh, refresh. They're going to focus on this Tiny. See if they can take him out. See if they can make them to 4 versus 5. And there's nothing Timado can really do about it. Gets hit by a torrent. They see their opportunity. Tidal Wave pushing him back in. Now focusing on the Mars. Leaving Timado for last with the meteor coming down. A huge 70 blast going onto the Alchemist. He's trying to get away the side device. He's sticking onto this Mars. He just needs to finish him off. But these heroes are so damn tanky. Torrent from Lorna. Whisper with the high steel. He's down a little bit more. Disruption going onto the Alchemist. He's going to be okay for now. But his chemical range is running thin. He needs to start backing away. Let this regen kick in while Lorna does all the work. Tidal wave after tidal wave. Torrent after torrent. Keeps on leading into these heroes. They've lost 3. Lorna in some trouble, but a Wind Waker away again. He keeps on escaping. How does he keep on doing this? They're back up to full HP. These tanky boys just will not quit. They don't have the damage for him anymore. They have just run out of damage, and now the strength, it pulls him back. Drag him down into the depths of hell.
Dire's Ancient.
My God.
What? I can't believe. And the Ancient was exposed the entire time.
Lost the game. That is probably the most chaotic team fight I've ever seen in 15 years of watching this game. Like, what are these damage numbers?
20,000 damage done.
What the fuck is that? 100,000 damage done in a fight? And now we're getting divine rapiers.
I'm surprised. I was looking at the experience.
All I know is this Minotaur Santa is one big bad Santa boy, and he's coming for your throne. How many buybacks do you have left? You have Timado's buyback back up.
Oh, that ain't Chris Kringle's son. That's Krampus. And you've been a bad, bad boy. He's gonna put you in the sack, take you out of the woods. They got a buyback now. The heroes are coming back up.
Buybacks from OG, and they're the big ones. The Invoker, the Morphling, 7:45 on the clock to get those back. Aurora, now they committed 2 core buybacks of their own for that fight, but they kited it out so damn well. And those spell steals from Q, I know we can't see them in that fight, but he got stolen arrow, stolen avalanche in that fight. Stuns for days. Seb looking tempting fate here.
Oh my goodness. None of these heroes have buyback. The fact that he even tries that is insane.
And another divine. We have divine on Timado Morphling, divine
Dire are scanning.
on Lorna Kunkka, and divine on 23 Alchemist. None of these heroes have buyback except the Kunkka right now in terms of those divine carriers. I mean, where do you go from here if you are Aurora? How can you end this game? That was technically a 1-team fight. You get 2 more buybacks out of OG. They have all 5 on cooldown right now. You have buyback advantage. You have divine rapier advantage.
I mean, you got to be confident, right? The base isn't even necessarily an advantage for OG because they don't have the buybacks to take advantage of it.
Another Daedalus for the time. But the thing is, if you try and force something aggressive, there is a real threat. You just get thrown on the other side.
That's
Any
true.
situation a creep enters Aurora's base,
Radiant
even the
are
Tiny can
scanning.
go there, and he probably throws you damn fast.
Seb gonna take another look.
Oh, they're just...
Oh!
He is X'd.
They gotta be careful of spear back, and toss back.
Yeah, and Lornov has to go bottom. You need this lane outside your base. You cannot take any sort of fight here where OG has potential to backdoor you because they have more than enough damage to punch through it. You have a glyph up. That glyph is incredibly valuable for Aurora in this game. Invoker is one of the best heroes at botsing into your base and forcing you to react to him. He can even refresh and bots back to the fight if he gets it. And if Timado goes with him, Alacrity Divine Morphling, you have your glyph, and that's it. Backdoor does not mean anything in this game.
Goes into 6.
Buybacks are ticking. They're going to come up for Aurora before they come up for OG. And that big one is going to be the Alch, along with that Primal Beast. You're going to have about a 2-minute window there to try and force the fight, where you know Invoker Morphling have no buyback in this game.
Production, do we have the bounty gold difference? I'm just thinking about the fact they have 3 pirate hats on OG, even though they won that fight.
Yeah, that's enough. Roshan goes down. They're contesting this. Items on the ground.
Wait, Aurora being so skittish.
And they get an Aegis on this Morphling with no buy. So valuable for Timado right now.
Oh my god, I can't believe Aurora hasn't taken this fight.
I mean, there is no logic in this game anymore. These fights make no sense. It is everybody throwing out spells and praying that something goes right for them. The amount of tri-arrows Seb threw in that fight that somehow Aurora dodged.
Yeah, that somehow it just didn't hit.
Was absolutely absurd. This is where
Nobody's close by.
you start praying to the Dota gods that they show you mercy and they deliver a win.
God, they're all backing up to their base.
They're waiting for the buys. Waiting for the buys. They do not want to take a fight without those buybacks.
Are they going to try and do it in this window where they have buys, but the Morphling doesn't?
I think that's your best shot. Either that or
window to hit.
you total reset everything. Oh, they're looking here. On the Rubick,
He called the rune and damage rune. They got him inside the arena, but no. Wind Waker to reset. Another Wind Waker to dodge the adaptive strike.
that's a big rune to steal.
Oh, got the Mirana. Telekinesis. Toss back. Almost hit him on the tidal wave.
Got a Lincoln's load his BKB of his own at this point.
Air shield comes right back. Does nothing.
X to bottom. Make sure you're keeping these lanes out of your base. Glyph is back up for both teams here.
EZM's cutting them. I don't like this. I feel like OG, they're giving themselves a window to hit Ancient, you know? I feel like they're getting more and more of an advantage out of Aurora as Aurora plays so defensive.
I mean, the lead is certainly growing. 3 pirate hats is going to do that. So you're going to have your choice of late game itemization here. You're going to start to build and eat some of these ag scepters, moon shards, or whatever you want. And the buybacks are coming up. This is your window. 2 minutes. You still have this Aegis to fight through, but if you want to get value out of this, you do it now, or you live with your decisions and you go back to that 10-on-10. Another Divine Rapier.
Oh my god.
This time on the, dare I call him support Tiny anymore. I don't think he's a support.
I think it's actually really important for Aurora not to fight around trees. If they could fight around the middle of the map.
I don't know if they're going to have that choice, Austin.
Seb always by himself out here. And
Boss
BKB
do him.
never with that. Okay. Scythe, wait. Sanamir shield just bounce back. Whisper is going to BKB and throw out that arena, but Aurora have already reset and backed away. Tornado almost hits 23, only gets away because of his extra movement speed. It hit jabs in the back as well.
What? It timed out.
It timed out. It didn't actually go far enough to get him. The creeps are inside the base. Backdoor protection's down. That makes me so nervous, man.
Look at this Tiny's inventory. Like, you're telling me they're not just going to throw him at some point in this game. Tiny has double Daedalus Divine. What is this?
I mean, if he really wants to, if he wants to go
1,000.
Ancients, he needs Moon Shards instead of Daedaluses.
He has
Right?
Pirate Hat, though. I think you throw a Alacrity on this Tiny and you let him cook.
It's going to be thrown onto Timado right now. Toss all the way inside the base. Potion Fleet coming in. He's already in half health. He's getting a chain stun. He's dead. Second light. Do they have any sort of instant disable? They're going to try it with the Torrent, with the bolts coming in as well. Instant BKB, though. Or not tossed away with the disruption being used as well.
Get a little building damage, but that's it. That is what that Aegis got you. Half of a tier 3, and the wave is pushing into your base now.
You got to be careful with that with X Boots of Travels.
Moonshard eaten for 23, by the way, and another Ags pooled. So he's gaining bonus damage off this. There's also a Rapier in the base.
The backup Rapier for...
Oh, that's 23's Rapier. He's slotting in MKB for it.
Dire are scanning.
I'd rather have the Evasion Pierce as Timado slots out the Butterfly.
And he finds that, like, the S and Y is the smallest item that he has, but I guess he values the movement speed so highly.
I don't know about that, man. I don't know if you're carrying S and Y over Divine, but
I mean, it's also status resistant.
honestly, I think what he wants to do is he wants to take the fight. He dies. He buys back, he picks the Rapier up, and then you all in it, right?
Okay.
Like, that's better than going and dying with the Divine and buying back.
So he's going to frontline the first flight, so he wants the status resistant movement speed.
Guess.
And once they're overcommitted, he goes for the kill.
I don't know, dude. I'm looking at the damage dealers on OG. You got this Tiny. You have this Mars throwing out these arenas. Morphling is a huge threat. This Invoker's crazy.
Dude, it's a full reset.
Oh my god.
I mean, if OG win, we get to see a game 3. That's great. I just feel so like Aurora had a chance to close out the game, man. You gotta play to win, right? They played not to lose, and now they're stuck in a
Radiant are scanning.
late game where everyone has buybacks, where OG is getting a more bigger and bigger net worth. They're closing out more and more of the map on you. Whisper has 14,000 gold. Buy something, for the love of God.
Nothing to do with it, but a couple Moon Shards and an
You can
Ag.
upgrade your Blink Dagger.
Why doesn't he buy something?
You could eat an Ags. Can
Little
buy a
Dom
Moon
tree.
Shard. I don't think that hero really uses it well, but whatever. Start buying some Divine Rapiers and get the Revenant's Brooch.
I mean, I almost feel like we're in territory where if OG just BKB everybody go throne, you get Glyph,
And then
you buy back,
you buy back and do it again.
and you do it again, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know if Aurora have spells that stop that, really. You can pulverize somebody, you can
Allies.
pistol somebody, but that's all the BKB pierce you have.
Yeah, the Ancient has 58% physical resistance and 4,500 HP. 9,000
not a
HP
lot.
is nothing to OG. Especially not the Tiny.
But that play is scary because, you know, in your mind, there's a chance this goes wrong somehow.
Dire's top tower.
Tree volley,
Attack.
nothing. Sunstrike does not deal building damage. 23 charging up.
Jumping in immediately to pulverize. Grabbing. Morphling trying to focus him down. He's done for so long. They don't have any saves. Oh, what they would give for a Book of Shadows for one save. BZM's now going to be the next one trampled on. Deafening Blast stolen by Q. Holds him up. Now Telekinesis tossed back right to the team. But they actually jumped past him. They identified the Tiny. They went for the Tiny first. They
Goodbye on
understand
the deck.
how scary that Tiny is. 3 heroes dead. No immediate buybacks from OG. They're not overreacting to this.
Does he even pick it up? It's just sitting there.
Anybody?
I don't think I Neither team knows it's there.
The courier's flying out right now, I think. No.
No, that's Timado's.
It went to the secret shop. Whatever, man.
Lornoff. We'll see it here.
There we go. No, we don't.
What? Turn around. I don't know.
I agree, Timado. What? I don't understand. Okay, Aurora have a second chance here.
It will adorn the landscape for now, but Aurora get a chance to push, and there's no real backdoor threat because these buybacks are going to be in your base, and they still have a dire glyph.
When do you use your buybacks as OG? How do you use them?
You have nothing to bounce to either. You're locked in this fight.
Second later barracks. Another buyback. Aurora.
They have shield,
Are they
rune,
gonna keep going?
giant out.
KP got used by 23. Was that a misstep? He goes in with the X on him. They decide to try and stop some of the damage.
Oh, Q. You're stepping up mighty far.
Yeah, that's pretty far up for a little Rubick, but he's got the Wind Waker, so I guess he's good there. Arrow goes out. Everyone dodges it. Charging after set. Once again, got him in the pulverize. They don't want to leave their base to try and bail out Seb, but thanks to the BKB, a long duration one, he will get away.
Lornoff used a lot there. He's got some cooldowns. Yeah, they're going to back up. Respect them.
17,000 gold. Does Whisper know there's no interest in this game?
He's saving for game 3. The eco for OG right now is out of control.
Buyback is 3,500 gold, son. You've got 14,000 to spare.
I mean, the thing is, he could be building up for this Divine Broach build. And one-shotting people. This Divine's still there.
You bought one Divine Rapier, you could still buy another. What are you saving for?
Radiant are scanning.
I don't get it.
And
All right.
Roshan going the way of Aurora. But they let the mid lane push in, which means you have to go back here.
Work for both of us?
Aegis, the Alchemist.
A banner legitimately important in this situation.
Is it?
As much as Sunspan might hate it.
I don't think it does. Well, actually, yeah.
That bottom lane needs to push in all the
Yeah,
time.
they actually do need it.
They need that bottom lane to push in. Otherwise, it gives OG an
I mean,
opportunity.
the problem is these
to get in the
waves
throat.
are still just getting one shot. It doesn't change anything. Yes, that Divine is still there. I think it's going to be there the entire game. Nobody cares about gold anymore. There's too much of it. And he is going for this Broach build now. Another Divine for the Kunkka. Gotta remember, these things give Spell Amp now, so this Kunkka Spell Amp is low-key kind of nasty. He has pulled 3 Axis games, so he's getting bonus damage and Spell Amp himself. The scale continues for Aurora, and if there's one team in the world,
Here goes that Alchemist.
that likes this position, it might be this squad. The X Siege begins.
Are fortified.
What can you do to stop this man right now? They got Glyph out of that as well.
Yeah, you got to get out there, OG. You can't just get X Siege to death. What? Where'd he go? He didn't see that coming. That was going to be coming back into a spear. Ollie! Oh, look at where's Ollie? Ollie can't get there in time. The Alchemist is dead. He buys. They hit him with the second arena. They get the supports. The supports are caught out of position. The Cataclysm comes in to find more heroes. Wind Waker away as much as you want. You're going to come back into a cold, hard truth. And that is you've lost this team fight.
Whisper
You're going
with
to be
the catch.
losing the buyback heroes.
They got another Kunkka. He had double Divine, I think.
Well, there's a Divine on the ground still somewhere.
They don't want that one either.
True peace is only at sea.
Why does nobody want these? There's another one in the Radiant Jungle that this Kunkka just dropped.
Go Radiant Jungle.
Up, up. Just walk past it. Oh my, there's so much net worth on the ground. Tiny buys another one here. As Jabs is flirting with danger. Whisper has 22,000 gold, but refuses to use it.
Why?
Why? Because fuck you, that's why. At this point, it's a message. He's gonna win this game the hard way.
Oh my god.
Economic damage.
Why can't he just upgrade?
That's what OG are here for. They've done the physical.
Upgrade your blink dagger.
They talked about the mental.
Oh my god.
And now we're in the economic damage standpoint of Dota 2.
You're careful there. Don't choke now. Now's not the time.
Another divine rapier purchase. Still 2 on the... Surely you see this one.
Oh,
okay.
Stop. Oh.
Okay, they have
Somebody
found
got it. Jesus.
A second for Ari. He gives a little wink. Happy to pick that bad boy up with his kit right now. 1 racks remaining for OG.
Oh my god, is Seb gonna find the other one?
He might. Now the question is, do you pick it up if you're Marana here? Oh,
Did he see it with the arrow vision?
there's no way he finds this after all this time. He's gonna see it.
It's like Excalibur.
He doesn't see it.
Pull the sword from the stone, young Arthur.
Oh, this is divine rapier here, guy.
Wait, there we go.
Yeah, he does not want it. It's not that good on him because all of his kit is utility.
Oh my
Who
god.
does want it?
They actually got all that net worth back.
Oh, it drops. No, it's still...
Yeah, it's still theirs. They were the ones who dropped it.
But that's Ari's, so only he can take it.
Wait, there's another one. Where did that one come from? They're duplicating.
Whose Aegis is it? Whose divine is this? So Ari has 3 now because he's the only one who can take that because nobody else claimed it.
Double Daedalus, triple divine rapier. That's a goddamn build right there. This is what peak supporting looks like.
This tiny, he ain't so tiny no more. He's coming for you, Krampus.
Oh my god.
He's about to take some names and take them real hard. And guess what? They're waiting for the buybacks.
Of course
They're waiting for the buybacks.
They've got
they pinged the divine
window.
They see that one. Lord off. He's gonna X.
I thought he was gonna run for
And
it.
now Seb sees it.
Wait, Seb saw it. He already doesn't have the room. Nobody
Who
wants
is
it.
this? It's his. That was
Lordoff got it.
Wait, that might not have been his. It could have been an OG one. It was either OG's or his. I'm assuming it was one of OG's.
Okay, so they are going to have buyback on OG, while 3 members of Aurora will not have buyback for 3 minutes.
They're going to go. They're absolutely going to go. They have triple Divine Tiny. They have double Divine Broach, Whisper, Mars now. He has itemized into that with his 30,000 IRA Roth investment fund venture capital here. It's time to go, man. It is time to end this one way or another.
Another Divine Rapier.
Another
time for the Invoker. What is Q doing up here? Oh, Q got hit by an arrow. They see the opportunity. Slam, slam. He gets one shot. Jabs is almost dead too. Oh my god, Seth tried to go and hit it. Wasn't quite enough.
Once Vegas.
Q goes down, throws out the Entry of Blade. He got Vegas on. Q. The throne is exposed. The throne is exposed. Invoker wins for it. He gets off the Glyph. The Glyph is going to go down. OG are going to come back in.